I love you. Mm, 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 mm. How are you? Mm, mm, mm. How's everybody doing on this wonderful, wonderful day? God bless to each and every one of y'all. We got some things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We got some things to talk about. Make sure you hit that like button when you come in the building. It really helps out the channel. And also hit that subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I'm also going to say we're going live for some primetime games as well. So if you feel in the vibes, consider subscribing. Now, let's talk about Kyler Murray. Give Kyler Murray a chance, Viking fans. And we're also going to talk about the Broncos make a big trade for a very good wide receiver named Jaylen Waddle. And that, I'm pretty sure that caught a lot of people off guard. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Broncos might be favorite to come out the AFC. If they healthy, if Bo Nix stays healthy, and I'm going to get to that shortly. I'm not going to get too in detailed about that. But let's start with Kyler Murray in the Minnesota Vikings. You know, man, when it comes down to it, you know, I understand a lot of people like JJ McCarthy. I like JJ McCarthy. I understand. I like it feels like, all right, I believe Kevin O'Connell doesn't believe in JJ McCarthy, and it's the honest truth. I'm just being honest with y'all. Just because Kevin O'Connell doesn't believe in him doesn't mean they should give up on him necessarily. But the honest truth is Kevin O'Connell's job's on the line, so he's going to have to do what he has to do. And he brought in some more competition, and his name is Kyler Murray. They say it's going to be competition, but I'm really feeling like it's not. They're saying all the right things, but I'm pretty sure he told Kyler Murray that he will be starting week 1 for the Minnesota Vikings. Why would he sign a league minimum with the Vikings when he could probably go sign another big contract with another team? You know what I mean? But then again, this is his childhood. He was a fan of the Vikings when he was a kid, and I get it. So why wouldn't you want to sign with the Vikings? But I look at it like this, right? I think a lot of people are starting to really be like, all right, I don't want to watch the season because JJ McCarthy is not going to be the starting quarterback, possibly. Just because JJ McCarthy is not going to be the starting quarterback, that doesn't mean you shouldn't watch your favorite team. If the Vikings are truly your team, like everybody, shout out to Holden in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and also hit that subscribe button. We're going live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, you're welcome to the YouTube channel. And we're going to get to the Jaylen Waddle news as well, ladies and gentlemen. But I wanted to start with the Vikings and Kyler Murray. And a lot of people are giving up on. A lot of people don't want to watch the Vikings because they feel like they're doing JJ McCarthy wrong. And I agree with it to a certain extent. Like I feel like they are giving up on JJ McCarthy, but that doesn't mean his career is over. What really happened was, yes, we all know that the offensive line was banged up. We all know that the play calling was trash. We didn't establish the run. It was really injuries on why he's most likely not going to be the starter for the Vikings in 2026. And I love Desmond Claiborne, by the way. I would love to draft him. Desmond Claiborne. Yes, I love him as well. What you think about the Niners now? I'm gonna get to that. Waddle trade was insane. Yes, I'm gonna get to that shortly. But let me finish my points real quick. Now, if you're really a Viking fan, you're going to cheer for the Vikings regardless if JJ McCarthy's a starting quarterback or not, because you're a Viking fan. This is a team sport. I don't listen. I was cheering for the Vikings when we signed Brett Favre. We signed Brett Favre, a division rival quarterback. The guy I could not stand. The guy that was beating the brakes off my Vikings for years. So if I could cheer and put my pride to the side and cheer for Brett Favre, and he was amazing with the Vikings, by the way, especially the one year we went to the NFC Championship game. If I could cheer for Brett Favre putting on the purple and gold, I feel like I could cheer for anybody at this dang on point. If I could cheer for Brett Favre, do y'all understand what Brett Favre was doing to the Vikings and what we was doing? It was a big rivalry. We was beating him, he was beating us. But I was cheering for Brett Favre because he was with the Vikings. My whole point is this. Don't be like, oh, you can do what you want to do at the end of the day. But I question how much of a Viking fan are you if you're going to literally say that I'm not going to cheer for the Vikings because Kyler Murray is not the starting quarterback. I question if you're really a fan of a team or you're just a fan of one player. I can understand if J.J. McCarthy was healthy for all 17 games and he played like a Pro Bowler in his second season. He didn't do all that. Like, he was okay in certain moments, but people acting like those last few games were like the most amazing games you ever seen a quarterback play. Come on now. He was better. It's not like you can only get better from what it was looking like. Let's keep it real. And I like JJ McCarthy. And I appreciate the fact that Kevin O'Connell did change his game plan finally later in the season. And that's when JJ McCarthy started to do a lot better, especially because we established the run game. But when I hear Viking fans say, I'm not cheering for the Vikings because the Vikings are giving up on J.J. McCarthy and Kyler Murray is the quarterback and Kyler Murray is this and that and the third, and pretty much I want them to lose because it'll pretty much prove me right that they're making a mistake giving up on J.J. McCarthy. I really question how much of a Viking fan you are if that's the mindset that you have. You feel me? If that's the mindset that you have, that you want your own team to lose because one player is not playing, I don't know what to say. And get into Kyler Murray. Yes, Kyler Murray, and I'm going to get to all y'all comments very shortly. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Also, hit the subscribe button. We about to get to the Broncos. We about to get to all that very shortly. And I go live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us. And we're also going live for primetime games. But getting back to what I'm saying, Kyler Murray, yes, he never won in the playoffs. That was the same thing with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold never won in the playoffs. Sam Darnold didn't even get to the playoffs prior as a starting quarterback prior to the Vikings. He never been to the playoffs. He never won a playoff game. And then when he got to the Vikings, he went to the playoffs and he lost the first game against the Rams in the wild card game. What I'm saying is give Kyler Murray a chance. Just give him a chance. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to get to a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl, right? That's the most important thing. And I feel like Kyler Murray has the talent. Now, we'll see if it can work out with this team when you're throwing to Justin Jefferson, when you're throwing to Jordan Addison, when you're throwing to Ty Felton potentially. But at the end of the day, though, right, you got to give him a chance. This is your team. He's your quarterback, potentially your starting quarterback for 2026. So all I'm saying is just give the man a chance. Just like if it was a guaranteed JJ McCarthy, he's the starting quarterback, and if he was hypothetically speaking the starting quarterback for 2026, I would give him a chance. And he's going on his third year only playing 10 games because he hasn't stayed healthy. I don't want to say he can't stay healthy. He hasn't stayed healthy. And that's just the honest truth. And he's young and he keeps getting hurt. That's the thing about it, right? He's young and he's getting hurt. So I just say give Kyler Murray a chance and see what he can do. Let's see if Kevin O'Connell can unlock unlock more of his talent because he is very talented. Now, let me get to the comments. What you think about the Niners now? I'm going to get to that. Let me get to the Waddle trade. All right. His name is yo, bro, hope all is well, but would you rather lose? That is the most random thing. I got to get you out of here for that. I got to get you out of here. Weirdo tendency right there. Look, man, I'm a Dolphins fan. Can I get Devon or King in the win y'all rank? Kyler Murray should start in the discussion. Exactly. I think he should start. I think it should be competition, but I said in my last short, I believe Kyler Murray will be the starter, period. That's just my opinion. he gives us the best chance to win right now. That is the point of the game. And at the end of the day, you got dudes in a prime. You got Justin Jefferson in his prime. Are you telling me you're willing to risk just the whole team falling apart for a quarterback that hasn't stayed healthy? I'm not talking about his ability. I'm talking about his health. Even if he had a perfect offensive line, will he be able to stay healthy? You know what I mean? Kyler Murray isn't bad. He's just we need to address the D line. Yeah, we need to address the D line and the offensive line, center and tackle. The trenches, the middle of both trenches. We need to address. So I agree, Angel. Thank you. Yes. All right. Now let me talk and shout out to you, LaDainian LeBron. Let me answer the question about the 49ers real quick, and I'm gonna get to the Waddle conversation. So 49ers, man, they just gotta be healthy. Just period. Like, there ain't more to talk about when it comes to the Niners. Just stay healthy and have a good draft. They're one of the best teams, the one of the best well-coached teams in the NFL. For them to be able to be where they were at last season with their whole roster was banged up. From their starting quarterback to their tackle to their best wide receiver to their Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, like our whole team was banged up. So the number one thing for the Niners is they gotta stay healthy, bro. Like, that's the number one thing. Like, there's nothing more important for them specifically, because if they were healthy, oh my goodness, if they were healthy, we might be having a whole nother conversation of who the Super Bowl champion is. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying that they would have beat the Seahawks, guaranteed, to get to the Super Bowl, but I'm telling you right now, if they were healthy, oh my goodness, Brock Purdy turned it up. McCaffrey could only do too much. Like, they were so banged up. And then they lost George Kittle against the Eagles in the wild card round, and they still won. But yeah, that's what it is with the 49ers. They gotta stay healthy. Now, get to the Waddle trade. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about, and I'm hyped too, Dwayne. I'm hyped about it too. And I pretty much said in the beginning of this live stream, give Kyler Murray a chance. A lot of people are like, I'm not watching the Vikings because JJ McCarthy's not the starter. Are you a Viking fan or are you just a JJ McCarthy fan? I get if you're thinking that, all right, we might be going backwards possibly. But what if we're moving forward? I thought personally, when we signed Sam Darnold in 2024, I thought we was going backwards. I said start JJ McCarthy game one prior to him tearing his meniscus in his rookie season. I said I didn't want to see Sam Darnold, and I was wrong. So my whole thing is now is I'm going to be optimistic of whoever is playing at quarterback from this day forward, being a Minnesota Viking fan. All I want is to win. It's not about the name on the jersey. When it comes to the personal name, it's about winning a Super Bowl. Now, get into the Waddle trade. Oh my goodness. So let's talk about it, right? So Denver Broncos finally looked outside their own locker room to help their offense. And this article is written by, let me give credit when credit is due. Who wrote this article? Can't even find who wrote. Jeff Logwood, I think. That's his name. All right, so he said, all right, so what they said, they made the trade Tuesday to acquire receiver Jaylen Waddle from the Miami Dolphins, a source told ESPN's Adam Schefter. Now, before I even get into the details of what they gave up, let me just say this right now. I think the Denver Broncos are possibly like the favorite, to probably come out the AFC. If their defense is healthy, if Bo Nix can stay healthy, they got listen. When I tell you they already got a number one wide receiver, I'm not saying he's a Jamar Chase or a Justin Jefferson or a Nakua, but he's a pretty darn good wide receiver himself in Cortland Sutton, and he had over 1,000 receiving yards. He had a few years in his career over 1,000, and then you add in a Jaylen Waddle. I think he's the best wide receiver on the team now. I think that's a good 1-2 punch. Now, Bo Nix got to stay healthy, and sky's the limit for the Broncos. This is great news. I'm not sure exactly everything they gave up, but let's read it right now. All right, so the source told Schefter the Broncos will receive Waddle as well as the Dolphins' fourth round pick 111th overall, while the Broncos will send their first round pick, which is 30th, as well as third and fourth round picks, 94th and 130th, to Miami. Wow. Okay. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to go get that guy, man. If you feel like you're one piece away, forget those picks. I keep on saying it. As a Viking fan, if we one player away from winning a Super Bowl, and we truly feel that way, forget those picks. Those picks don't mean nothing if you ain't winning no Super Bowl. What you gonna have all these picks for, and you still ain't winning no dang on Super Bowl? What's the point of having them? You might as well sacrifice these picks and go get your guy that you know can play, because just because you have these picks don't mean that these players can actually play when they come to the NFL. It's a risk. It's a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take to go get a Super Bowl. Jetta's going to shine this year with Kyler. I think so too. I think so too. We're going after Jordan Kidd this year. Man, I feel like we're gonna be good, man. I think the Vikings are gonna be very good this year. Hold on real quick, y'all. But yeah, I think this is a good pickup for the Broncos. All right, so Waddle is 27 years old. Let me look at his statistics real quick. Because the one thing about it, right? The Dolphins are trying to get rid of everything. You know what I mean? The Dolphins are rebuilding. So they got rid of Tua. They got rid of a lot of players. So they're trying to rebuild their roster. So this was a good move for them. They try to rebuild their franchise and start over and get their guys. So Jaylen Waddle. So he had 910 receiving yards last year, and that's their quarterback play. 68 catches for 910 yards, 6 touchdowns, 14.2 on average per catch. He's still really young. Alabama. He was the 6th overall pick in 2021. And let me just look at his statistics for these last few years. Let's see. So when you talk about, all right, so we had 1,000 receiving yards in 2021, in 2022, over 1,000 receiving yards, and in 2023. So these last couple of seasons were a little down. Like in 2024, he did play 15 games. I'm not sure if he was hurt, but Tua's been having concussion issues, so it's quarterback play as well. So he had 744 receiving yards in 2024, and in 2025 he had 910 receiving yards, which is it's solid. It's pretty good. But I think he's going to be so much better with Bo Nix. This was a big deal for the Broncos. So congratulations to the Broncos, man. Congratulations to the Broncos. Well deserved. Go get that Super Bowl. They're not far away. You know what I mean? They're not that far away. We're going to definitely see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We're going to definitely see what happens. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. Who's in the building right now? Talk to me. Whoever's in the building, talk to me in the comments, man. I want to know what's on your mind. How do you feel about the Denver Broncos? How do you feel about Kyler Murray and the Minnesota Vikings? In general, how do you feel about everything that's happening in the NFL right now? What's on your mind? Talk to a brother in the comments. How do you feel about the Broncos improving their offense by getting a very good wide receiver, and they needed it in the worst way? Because sometimes their offense looks stagnant, and you're just like, dang, who's going to be the deep threat? Who's going to open up? Like, who's going to be that guy, bro, that can, that's consistently winning those 50-50 balls that's in the air? You know what I mean? Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. I'll be back. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. I'll be back. Hold on. All right. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. How's everybody doing? That jersey clean. Yeah, man, that's my Adrian Peterson jersey, man. I got this jersey, signed autograph Adrian Peterson jersey. Um, man, I worked my behind off to get that jersey. I barely could work, I was like 16, 15 years old, had to get the permit. I saved up every penny because that's when I didn't have to pay no bills. And I got that Adrian Peterson signed autograph jersey, bro. Yeah, signed autograph. Yup. Right there. Yup. I gotta clean it. It's a little gotta clean it. But yeah, I'm really, really proud to have that jersey. My favorite player of all time is Randy Moss. One day I will get Randy Moss's autograph, maybe. I'm gonna try. I have Dante Culpepper's autograph as well. Yes, legend. Yes. I have Dante Culpepper's autograph, but I don't have it on my wall yet. But shout out to you, bro. How do y'all feel about the Broncos? All right, let's go back to the beginning of this live stream. How do you feel about Kyler Murray being with the Vikings? Like, do you feel like we should give him a chance to, and see what he can do? Or should we just count the Vikings out and be like, oh, it's a wrap? The season's over. We shouldn't watch the Vikings because J.J. McCarthy's not the starting quarterback. How should we feel? Because I'm gonna give you my opinion. As a Viking fan, I feel like this, man. I just want to win a Super Bowl. And if Kyler Murray's the starting quarterback, I'm going to cheer for him. Whoever the starting quarterback is, I'm going to cheer for him. I might not like everything that he does, possibly, or same way Kevin O'Connell. I'm not the biggest fan of Kevin O'Connell. I'm not going to sit here and cap. But I'm going to cheer for him to do well because he's the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings. That's just how I'm wired. Like, whoever is on that field, whoever is the coach, I'm going to cheer for whoever they are because they're putting on the purple and gold. And this is the team I rep. I rep the Minnesota Vikings. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of the Vikings. So I'm going for whoever is rocking the jersey. And I feel like Kyler Murray is going to look really good. And people are going to say, like, people are going to be, like, I'm hearing some people are actually cheering for the Vikings to lose to prove a point that Kyler Murray was not the guy they should have went for. Well, at the same time, you're claiming you're a Viking fan. I'm just trying to figure it out. Still got the same. Yup, we still got the same. We got Brian Flores still. Yup. Vikings will make the play. I think they will. I think the Vikings are going to make the playoffs. People don't listen. The Vikings last season were a game out of the playoffs. If we would have won a couple more games or one more game, we would have been in the playoffs. We won 9 games last season with one of the worst offenses that you could probably ever watch. That's how bad it was. So, therefore, if we could just improve and be an average offense with a good defense, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Now, what I would say to some Viking fans that feel like they're treating J.J. McCarthy wrong, I agree with I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I mean, what are we going to do about it? We could do about it. Like, as a fan, I'm just trying to win. We just trying to win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? We just trying to win a Super Bowl. And the unfortunate truth is the young man keep getting hurt. The young man keep getting hurt, y'all. He said Kyler is pretty small, but that's my only gripe. He can sling it and run too. Exactly. He can sling it and run too, especially indoors. Yes, he's going to be indoors. This is his childhood team. He loves the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm happy. I'm happy we got him in the building, to be honest with you. I'm not going to hate on the man until, I'm going to see what he can do. I'm going to be optimistic until I'm proving that he is just not the guy. Until I know he is just not the guy for the job and we need to just take him out the game and put in J.J. McCarthy because he stinks, then I'm going to cheer for him because I feel like he is going to be the starter. I don't think he's going to stink. I don't think he's going to be bad. I just feel like all this stuff I've been hearing, I'm like not really surprised, but I'm kind of surprised actually when I hear some Viking fans say I'm not watching any games because J.J. McCarthy's not going to be the starter. I'm like, dang, so like I said before, are you a Viking fan or are you just a J.J. McCarthy fan? I wasn't like I said, I wasn't rocking with Brett when he came to the Vikings. And then when he started playing, I said, that's my guy. Hey, that's my quarterback. You feel me? Brett Favre is the probably like the biggest rival, one of the biggest rival in Minnesota Viking history. Like, what quarterback can you name that you did not like more than Brett Favre as a Viking fan? Come on now. Jonathan Grenard just got traded to the Saints. Hold on. No. Are you serious? Jonathan Grenard. Hold on. I got to look this up real quick. Are you serious? Hey, I'm going to have to end this live stream and do a short about that. Hold on now. I don't see nothing about that, bro. Nah, you trolling me. I thought you. I was about to say, hey, listen, if you would have went to the Saints, I ain't gonna lie, I would have felt some type of way. I ain't gonna lie. Why would you go to the Saints, man? Of all the teams you could have went to, shout out to Marcus in the building, though, bro. Yeah, like all the teams you could have went to, you go to the dang on Saints. Oh my gosh, the worst of the worst, the worst team you could possibly go to, respectfully speaking. Like, nah, don't go to the Saints. If he goes to the Saints, I want 3 first-round picks automatically. Give me 3 first-round picks. And you can, matter of fact, 2. Give me 2. Give me 2 and 2 3s. And 2 4s. And 5 5s. And 3 7s. I want it all. Straight up. Because you know, Saints are the least team you like. Yeah, I can't stand the Saints. I really can't. Respectfully speaking. It's not the fan base, it's the team. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. How do y'all feel about this Jaylen Waddle trade? Do y'all feel like this Jaylen Waddle trade was could push the Broncos over the top? Do you think this is a good move for them? I think this was a perfect move for them. I think it was a perfect move for them. They needed to get that extra the extra oomph, you know what I mean? On offense. Their offense is stagnant a lot of the time. So getting a very good wide receiver, Jaylen Waddle is still in his 20s, and he's a really good wide receiver. Period. He's a really good wide receiver. Now when you talk about giving up a first round pick, what they gave up? All right, so they gave up. So Broncos will receive Waddle as well as Dolphins' 4th round pick, while the Broncos will send all right, so they will send a first round pick, which is the 30th, as well as a 3rd and a 4th round picks, which is 94th and 130th. I think listen, go get your guy. Mike, if y'all was to trade JJ next season, what do you think has asking price will be since wide receiver got traded for a first since AJ Brown in 2018? Oh, you talking about Justin Jefferson? I hope not. I don't even want to talk about it, bro. But if we was to trade Justin Jefferson, I want at least 2 first round picks. Easy. 2 first round picks and a 3rd and a 2nd. I'm gonna ask for everything. Give me every pick you have in this next draft, and we can call it a deal, possibly. And the only way we would trade Justin Jefferson is if he requests a trade. But I know that's not happening, bro. It's not happening. I hope not. It better not happen. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, man. Jaylen Waddle, man. I feel like Jaylen Waddle will be a great addition for the Broncos. Great addition. And I think the Miami Dolphins, listen, they rebuilding something. They might be rebuilding something special. We'll see what happens in a couple of years, but I like this though. I honestly like this. I think this is a good move for the Dolphins and trying to rebuild their franchise and getting something for for a player that you really didn't need at this point because you're rebuilding. You know what I mean? You really didn't need. Hold on, real quick. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate it. We got competition Bears. Hey, listen, Waddle can't play in cold weather. He can't play in cold weather. We got competition Bears. Yeah, Waddle not the same from Patriots. Yeah, he's not the same. he had a few good years, but we'll see what happens, man, with Bo Nix. I'm gonna see. Listen, Dolphins wasn't, they wasn't built right. We know what it is. We know what it is. Hold on, let me see something real quick. I'm trying to see what else the Dolphins. What other moves? The Dolphins make some other moves today. I don't know why I feel like the Dolphins made some more moves. I'm not really sure. So I'm looking it up right now. Did the Dolphins make any more moves? Why is this my computer acting crazy right now? Hold on, y'all. Computer's acting funny. What the heck is going on? What are the Dolphins doing? What other moves? So Dolphins. So this is the big news of the day. What did they do in this off season? Dolphins free agency. I'm gonna look them up real quick because I'm curious, man. My computer's acting up. It's off season. If y'all know, let me know in the comments. What else did the Dolphins do this off season? That's a big trade, though. That's a good looking out. Why is this popping up on my screen? Do I have a virus on this thing? This thing's acting crazy. Let me get to the comments. Angel, what's good, bro? Mendoza Raiders next month draft. Yes, I can't wait to the draft. I'm ready. United Football League, Rock Mark. Yes, man, I can't wait I can't wait, bro. Mike, JJ Worth, 2 first rounds, pick a second, future, third. I'll definitely give y'all that. Yeah, man. I hope JJ don't request no trade. I think Kyler Murray's going to definitely make him want to stay. I think Kyler Murray's going to have a good season, man. Like, I just hope Viking fans can be excited for the team. Even though JJ McCarthy's, I'm going to be honest with you, most likely ain't going to be the starter, still be excited for the team, bro. You're a Viking fan, or are you just one player fan? So if JJ McCarthy was to get traded to the Raiders, hypothetically speaking, so you're a Raiders fan now? Like, I look at it like this. If you put on that uniform, I'm rocking with you. Like I said before, I was cheering for Brett Favre. I never would have thought in a million years that a guy that I was cheering against, that I wanted to lose, I was cheering for, and I wanted to win once he put that purple and gold. Skull to the bowl, baby. Skull to the bowl. Y'all know the vibes. I'm trying to figure out what's going on my computer, so bear with me, y'all. I don't know what the heck is going on. I might have to restart this bad boy. This thing acting funny. Acting funny. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. If I could get 10 likes, I would really, really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, why does it keep popping up? What the heck? All right, so the Tua releasing Tua. Signed Malik Willis to a 3-year, $67.5 million deal. TJ Hawkinson signing edge. That's not Dolphins. What else happened? So the biggest thing was the Malik Willis signing the 3-year deal. And of course the Waddle trade that happened today and letting Tua go. Yeah. We're gonna see what happens. Hold on, man. Why do I see like it says TJ Hawkinson? What's going on with TJ Hawkinson? Huh? Hold on now. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Kyler arriving. No, he ain't going nowhere. I don't know why they had TJ Hawkinson on the list. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. What up, Daniel? What's good with y'all? And if the Vikings, I'll trade Dolphins running back since Jones on a 1-year deal. Yeah. 10 weeks, 10 weeks, then training camp, NFL precinct. Let's get it, baby. Arizona, not a market franchise. Yup. Bears win or lose. We beating the brace off the Bears this season, bro. Respectfully speaking. Like LeBron James, if he goes back to Cleveland. Got a feeling Kevin O'Connell don't groove with number 9. Messed up. Yeah. And listen, it's not even a feeling, bro. It's a fact. Angel, you know, bro. I've been trying to tell people to get y'all popcorn ready for this offseason. I said, yo, it's not about JJ McCarthy's talent. It's about availability. The young man keep getting hurt. If he would have stayed healthy, we would have made the playoffs, and we would have never signed Kyler Murray. Now that we signed Kyler Murray, I truly feel like it's Kyler Murray's job at this point. I got a feeling. I've been had this feeling because I didn't believe that Kevin O'Connell rocked with JJ McCarthy like that. And I was right, man. I'm sorry to say I'm right about it, because I'm not right about a lot of things. I'm wrong about a lot of stuff. But this one thing I was finally right about. Didn't want to be right about it, but I felt it because of the press conferences. You could feel it. Kevin O'Connell was like, yo, like the way he would talk at the press conferences about the one thing that really got me when JJ McCarthy did the gritty in the end zone. In his press conference, he was like pretty much saying he didn't like that. I said, oh, man, he don't mess with JJ McCarthy. Y'all might as well just say this now. He going for a quarterback to replace him. I'm not saying Kyler Murray is going to be a Super Bowl champion like Sam Darnold. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to doubt Kyler Murray before he threw one pass for the purple and gold for the mighty Minnesota Vikings. Because the one thing that I made a mistake with is Sam Darnold. And I'm pretty sure the people that are rocking with JJ McCarthy, I like JJ McCarthy. The people that are rocking with JJ McCarthy, even though they seen Sam Darnold just win a Super Bowl, they will probably pick JJ McCarthy over Sam Darnold. Now, if that's the case, it's not about the team. It's about a player. It's about you're more of a fan of a player than the team. The team's success is greater than one player's success because football is the ultimate team sport. And I'm pretty sure that some people, some Viking fans or some fans will honestly choose, and I like JJ, don't get it twisted. I like him, but he keeps getting hurt. They would choose JJ McCarthy over Sam Darnold. And if that's the case, I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing. It can be Tom Brady in his prime, and you would probably pick JJ McCarthy over Tom Brady in his prime. It could be Patrick Mahomes right now, and if she said, yo, we'll trade you Patrick Mahomes for JJ McCarthy, some people will probably say, no, man, we gotta see what JJ McCarthy can do. Huh? Really? I like JJ McCarthy, but come on, bruh. At the end of the day, the Viking franchise deserves a Super Bowl, and I'm not saying that JJ McCarthy ain't the guy eventually, maybe for this team or maybe for another team, because there is rumors out there that they might even trade him depending on how Kyler Murray does this season. There's a lot of speculation because of the injuries. Because if he wasn't injured, we wouldn't have this conversation. And if Kwesi wouldn't be fired, Kevin O'Connell wouldn't be on the hot seat. So since Kevin O'Connell's on the hot seat, he's trying to do whatever it takes to make a true statement that, yes, I am one of them good coaches, that I can coach up a quarterback, and that this is what can backfire on JJ McCarthy. Because say Kyler Murray stays healthy for all 17 games and he has a Pro Bowl season and we get to the playoffs and we make a great run. Say we win a Super Bowl, I'll go all the way to the top. Say the Vikings win a dang on Super Bowl. What's going to happen is people are going to say, dag, it was JJ McCarthy. Not putting full context into the story. Our offensive line was banged up. We didn't establish the run game. Kevin O'Connell is a sucky play caller, specifically for him. Maybe not for Kyler Murray. Maybe not consistently for Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins, even though I question his play calling for all the quarterbacks, to be honest with you. But besides Kyler Murray, because I don't know what he's going to do with Kyler Murray. But the facts are the facts. His job's on the line, and he's going for it. He's going for it. And like I said, I hope that we can all come to the agreement that we trying to win a Super Bowl over anything. Whether it's JJ McCarthy at quarterback or not. We trying to get a dang on Super Bowl. It's not how it looks. It's all about getting there and winning. It's not going to look pretty. I don't care if we win by a point. As long as we can win by a point every single game in the regular season, going through the playoffs, we can win by a point every playoff game. It's a one-game elimination. I don't care. It don't have to look pretty to me. I just want to win a Super Bowl. That's all that matters to me. Get our first Super Bowl and we'll go from there. People got to understand, listen, this business is one of those businesses like, yo, that's why I'm so big on players getting their money. Because it's one of those businesses is what did you do for me lately? Okay? And you could be one of the best players of all time. How many players have you seen throughout NFL history since you've been a Viking fan or a fan of football and you've seen a great player get hurt? And the next thing you know, the team releases him the year after. They didn't even give him a real chance to heal up. They releasing him. It's crazy. But that's what it is. JJ McCarthy, the unfortunate truth is I don't think he has the time. I don't think he has the time unless Kyler Murray gets hurt, unless he sucks this season. And I'm not going to cheer against Kyler Murray just so JJ McCarthy can play. If it happens naturally, so be it. I'm going to rock with JJ McCarthy. I'm going to rock with whoever puts on that uniform and represents this team. But people are saying that they're not even going to watch a single game because JJ McCarthy's not the starting quarterback. And I'm just like, what are you not a fan of the Vikings? Are you not a fan of the Minnesota Vikings? That's just my honest opinion. DJ Moore, I'll miss. Yo, I love DJ Moore. Bulls, why? Yeah, you have a lot of talent though. You have a lot of talent, BC. It's nice that McCarthy, shout out to Too Evil, finally start his journal career. Dolphins' worst lineup in the NFL. Yeah, they're gonna be bad. Doing good, man. Was out with my girl. I come back. Waddle traded. I was like, what? Yeah, Waddle. That was a big trade for the Broncos. I think the Broncos are the favorite to win the AFC. I'm not saying they're definitely going to because the AFC is very good. Patrick Mahomes is probably going to be healthy. Josh Allen got a number one wide receiver. Y'all know how I feel about Josh Allen. Now, the AFC, Lamar Jackson might be healthy. The Ravens improved their defense by signing Trey Hendrickson. If Trey Hendrickson is healthy, he's one of the best pass rushers in the game. He had back-to-back 16 and a half sack seasons a couple years ago. Trey Hendrickson was a big signing for the Baltimore Ravens. What's another good team? Then you got the Texans. Then you got the Patriots. There's so many teams in the AFC, bro. So it's like it's going to be very, very interesting. But the Broncos, for me, got the edge because I feel like they had a top 2 defense, and they also just improved their offense. And the only thing that was like the biggest weakness for the Broncos is their offense was too stagnant. It would be, I don't want to say boring, but it's like there's nothing happening. There's no scoring, all like that, not consistently. So now that they got another wide receiver threat on the outside that can do his thing, I'm not sure if Bo Nix is healthy. I think Bo Nix can make every throw, and it's going to be very interesting, entertaining all season long to see how that's going to be because you got Sutton and you got Waddle on the outside. We'll see what happens. We swept y'all, LOL. Minnesota can't beat. Oh, hold on. Y'all didn't sweep us. Hey, you're a Bears fan. We beat y'all game 1, bro. Week 1, we beat y'all. Don't forget, we beat y'all. McCarthy going to request a trade. He might. He might. And it will suck, but listen, I understand where he coming from. Listen, if I was JJ McCarthy, I ain't going to sit here and lie to y'all. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, dang, bro, you really going to bring in Kyler Murray. Y'all not really trying to build around me anymore. My head coach don't even act like he want to coach me. I'm cool. Trade me. Trade me to any team. Trade me to anybody. I don't care. I don't want to be on this team, a franchise, a quarterback that doesn't, a coach that doesn't really want to coach me. You know what I mean? That's how I would feel. I ain't going to lie. That's how I would feel if I was JJ McCarthy. But then again, sometimes it's good to wait your turn. And then once the season starts, you never know. Kyler Murray might not be that good. Kyler Murray might get hurt. Hopefully he doesn't. And then your chance will come again. And then this is the thing though. Once your chance comes again, you have to prove that you're the guy. You got to make sure that your footwork is on point. You got to make sure you're more accurate. You got to make sure you stay healthy. And we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, Mike, you want to tell the people that I am official pass fan due to you just sign that kind to be assistant GM. The past craft just called me and told me y'all got the deal done last night. Hey, listen. Yo, I love my Vikings, man. If Kraft calls me up and says I could be a GM, assistant GM, hey, listen, Vikings fans, listen. I'm sorry. Um, I can be a Viking fan still, but yeah, it's all business at that point. Yeah, listen. This is a good opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I'll be cheering for the Vikings every game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, from the outside looking from the outside. All right, so facts. You already know Bears will sweep Minnesota again. That's not happening, bro. Y'all making up for Darnold. We trying to. Too evil in the building. Minnesota owes Darnold an apology, man. Shit. Yeah, listen, bro. That Sam Darnold situation is crazy. It was crazy. Like when you think about the whole Sam Darnold situation, it's like, dang, bro. When you really think about it, bro. And then when you think about Drake May getting to the Super Bowl at the age of 23, it's crazy, bro. When you think about the whole thing, it's just like, really? People was trying to tell me we gotta wait 4 or 5 years for a quarterback to develop to go get to the Super Bowl. This man got to the Super Bowl his second year. His second year, bro. Bad move getting rid of Sam Darnold. Yeah. Seahawks were smart. I love the Seahawks were I don't know, genius. Draft just around the corner, then rookie mini camp, training camp, preseason, then we back. Yeah, I just feel like it's going so slow, bro. I can't wait, bro. I want to just skip. I want to skip to training camp. I want to skip the training camp, bro. I'm ready for some football right now, bro. For real. I'm ready for some football right now. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. We're also going live for primetime games. Please do not forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel out. Go Hawks, homie. Yup. Never delusional. Come on, man. Yeah, bro. Y'all not. Bears ain't better than us, bro. Like, we going to beat the. Hey, listen. I respect the Bears. You know what I mean? I respect the Bears. Like, I respect Caleb. I respect what they got going on. But y'all not beating us, bro. Like, y'all so lucky our offense was horrible last season. Our offense was brutal to watch for most of the season. And we still beat y'all. And one of those wins, J.J. McCarthy did y'all dirty. J.J. McCarthy went Superman on y'all. You know the guy that scored, I think, 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I'm talking about that guy. The guy that scored 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. Yeah. That guy. The Minnesota Vikings will have a good year this year because it is a good year of every other year. Yes, I think that's the case too, every other year. And I was actually, you know what's so funny? I was actually talking about that a couple of days ago. I was literally talking about that. Like, yo, in my honest opinion, bro, like I want to have consistency making it to the playoffs. Say we get to the playoffs 6 times, and say we barely get into the playoffs. I don't even care if we barely get into the playoffs. Get into the playoffs 6 times. Or have a top seed, whatever, first seed, second seed, third, whatever seed, whatever. As long as we get into the playoffs 6 straight seasons. So maybe 1 out of the 6, we can go get a Super Bowl. You never know, but you can't get to the Super Bowl if you don't get to the playoffs. And that's just the common sense of the matter. That's just common sense. Let me just get into the playoffs. Can the Vikings get to the playoffs 6 straight years? Give me 6 straight years of consistency. And I am thinking we can get at least one Super Bowl out of those 6 years. Give me 6 years. Man, matter of fact, I'll make it a little bit easier. Give me 4 to 5 years. Gosh, give me 4 to 5 years. You know what I mean? And I feel like we can, I don't want to say get lucky. We can be good enough when it counts the most and win a Super Bowl, like the freaking Giants. The freaking Giants got into the playoffs barely 2 times and got 2 Super Bowls those 2 seasons. And I think both the Super Bowls they beat Tom Brady. That's the crazy thing about it. The Minnesota Vikings will have a good. Read that. As a Seahawks fan, this is a great change for the Vikings. JJ McCarthy is not the guy. Kyler gives them an added dimension. Yeah, I feel like Kyler Murray gives us an added dimension. I don't want to put full blame on JJ McCarthy, because there's other reasons why we weren't successful. It wasn't just him, but he is part of the reason too. He's not the only reason. Like I said, the offensive line was banged up. The play calling was horrible. The run game was horrible. Not because the run game wasn't good when we ran the ball. It was more because we didn't run the ball. And that's just my honest opinion. But yeah, Kyler Murray is a 2-time Pro Bowler. Kyler Murray, and I know Pro Bowls don't mean everything. My boy had a good comment. He said, yo, Shedeur Sanders made a Pro Bowl. Yeah, I looked at Shedeur Sanders' numbers. I said, oh my gosh, man. Anybody listen, I'm not saying Shedeur ain't gonna be a good quarterback one day, but how was Shedeur Sanders a Pro Bowl last year? And I'm not hating. I'm not hating on the young man. I hope the best. I hope the best for every young quarterback. But come on, bro. Back in the day, a few years ago, the Pro Bowl was like glorified to the point where you have to have a very, very, very good season. I'm not talking about a season where you don't make the playoffs and you have more interceptions than touchdowns as a quarterback. Like that's not, come on, bro. Like what happened to the Pro Bowl? It's kind of like the All-Star game in the NBA. Like the All-Star game in the NBA is trash, bro. It's not the same. You know what I mean? Same teams, Seattle versus New England 2027. Nah, ain't happening, bro. As a Seahawks fan, this is the great. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Minnesota revived Darnold's career. They invested in McCarthy and had no choice but to let Darnold walk. I get it, LaDainian, but listen, I get what you're saying, but they could at least franchise tag Sam Darnold one more season. If they would have franchised Sam Darnold one more season just to see what he can do and then go from there. Since they didn't go from there, bro, it's like, bro, you let go a Super Bowl winning quarterback, bro. Or you let go a really good quarterback, and you could have had JJ McCarthy sit one more year. Now, if he didn't get you the Super Bowl the second season, let him go. Unfortunately, let him go. And JJ McCarthy he will be starting this year, I think, right? Yeah, he'll be starting this year. So it's like you would still have the excitement of a young quarterback. You drafted in 2024. He sat all these seasons. This is the issue. And I'm saying hypothetically, I hope it does. Listen, I hope this doesn't happen to him ever again. I hope he doesn't get hurt again in the NFL. But what if you wait all this time and he gets hurt? I'm just saying. Like it's the truth. You know, I'm a Sixer fan, so all we deal with is injuries. Like Sixers are always hurt. Joel Embiid is always hurt. He's always hurt. He's my favorite player in the game, but he's always hurt. You were the biggest Vikings fan I've ever seen, and not from Minnesota. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I know, bro. Like I be rocking my Minnesota gear everywhere, and people be giving me the side eye. Like, what is you wearing? I went to Chick-fil-A a few weeks ago, and and I had my Viking gear on. I don't know what I had, a hoodie, jersey, whatever I had on, Viking hat. I don't know. I had my jacket on. I don't know. But he was like, "You a Viking fan?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a Viking fan." He said, "How?" I said, "I hit him with this. Randy Moss is how." And he said, "Oh, I get it. And Randy Moss was that bull back in the day." I said, "Yeah, dang right, Randy Moss, that bull." When you say Randy Moss, everybody understands. You know what I mean? Everybody understands when you mention Randy Moss, the GOAT at wide receiver. You feel me? Respect, yeah, man. It's hard sometimes, man, because everybody around me got Super Bowls, man. The Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles got Super Bowls. The dang on Steelers got Super Bowls. It's hard out here for a brother. It is. Murray definitely needed the change of scenery. Having to face in the NFC West opponents really messes with your confidence. Yup, I agree. New change of scenery. Facts. I mean, Kramer, Minnesota. Rashad, Minnesota. Randy Moss, Minnesota. Yes, bro. LaDainian Thompson. I love that. It's one of my favorite. One of my favorite running backs is LT. So it's one of my favorite all time. There was a time with Murray Hopkins was insane. I hope Murray has the same chemistry with Jet. I think he will. They probably working on some things right now, bro. They probably working on some things right now. Murray might save him. He might. We'll see what happens. McCarthy injury prone. Listen, I can't even disagree with you, bro. Like he get hurt all the time. Like, I'm trying to be, and people be thinking I'm hating. I'm not even hating, bro. You think I cheer for the young man to get hurt? No, I cheer for the man to be healthy. I cheered for him probably harder than a lot of other people. When people were hating on him and making memes, I was sitting here saying it's not all on JJ McCarthy. I was one of the biggest like supporters of JJ McCarthy throughout all the stuff. I'm supporting him now. But I'm going with whoever is the starting quarterback. Whoever they name the starting quarterback, whoever they name the starter for every position, I'm going for them. It's not just about the name, it's about the team. I want to win a Super Bowl. That's it. Shout out to Simone. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Buffalo Bills, smart DJ Moore. Yeah, I think the DJ Moore pickup was amazing. I think that was an underrated signing by the Bills. McCarthy is whack. Knew, oh man, he was going to be mid. He looked good with college because of her. Listen, I can't deny what you're saying because he had a lot of talent around him. But I always try to tell people, how do you win without talent around you? You're not going to win a championship in college without talent around you. You're not going to win a Super Bowl in the NFL without talent around you. What's good, my friend? What's good, Corey? I see Minnesota, they stepping up. Yeah, we got that bull, Kyler Murray, baby. You know the vibes. And I got, hey, and by the way, I got the Adrian Peterson jersey in the background. You know what I'm saying? Sign autograph, Adrian Peterson. You feel me? Shout out to everybody in the building. I am going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. We're also going live for primetime games as well. But let me get to the comments. Bengals might make noise. Bengals, they trying to improve that defense. We'll see what the Bengals do. Hey, listen, Joe Burrow got to stay healthy. That's the number one guy. Number one guy got to stay healthy. It's just simple as that. He's such a good player. He just don't stay healthy. You know what's so crazy? What holds players back more than anything, because unless they're not as talented as they were, like how they were dominating in college, it's just different in the NFL. If they can't get it together in NFL, I understand because it's a different level of talent in the NFL compared to college. But the biggest thing that hurts careers is injuries. Injuries hurt NFL careers more than anything in any sport. You know, some of the greatest NBA players, like I know y'all know who Tracy McGrady is. I'm not trying to bring basketball up, but like Tracy McGrady, he was still great, but I think the knees really got him. Also, let's talk about so you have Tracy McGrady, you got Vince Carter. Vince Carter, that was another guy that had knee issues. Um Grant Hill. Grant Hill's another guy. You know, it's when you have injuries, bro, they add up. And when you playing at the top, you play against the top guys in the world, it's hard to keep up when you keep getting hurt because you got to go through the physical therapy, you got to heal, you got to strengthen whatever you were hurt. It's just hard to maintain. You know what I mean? If Patrick healthy, it's over for everybody revenge. You know what's crazy, man? Like not even crazy. I think the Chiefs about to do something crazy this year, man. I don't know when he's expected to come back. So someone's gonna have to help me out with that. He about to go off. I think it's going to be an AFC championship game between Josh and Patrick. We'll see, though. Because Lamar Jackson might got something to say about it. Joe Burrow might have something to say about it. Bo Nix might have something to say about it. Drake May might have something to say about it. We'll see what happens. We have 10 weeks. Oh, after March 27th, we have 10 weeks. Wow. Eagles signed Hollywood Brown for wide receivers. Man, Hollywood Brown is not. Listen, he a speedster, bro. He don't got hands like that, bro. He don't got hands like that. I ain't trying to hate on your signing, bro, because I know you're an Eagles fan. I believe you're an Eagles fan. Hollywood Brown don't got hands, bro. He a speedster with no hands. Respectfully speaking, training camp. I miss NFL. Man, I miss NFL too, bro. San Francisco doing something free agent. Yup. Philadelphia Eagles. They'll bounce back. Yeah, Eagles. Yup. Rams. Who you like? UFL. You know, I haven't been following UFL. I gotta follow UFL. DC. Seattle got smart. After Russell Wilson. Minnesota will choke as usual. Hey, no, listen, we're not doing that, bro. The Minnesota ain't gonna choke. We're gonna win it all, baby. Super Bowl for us, baby. Super Bowl all day, every day. 13-win Super Bowl bust Patriots. Let's Mike, what you thinking about the NBA adding a team to Seattle and Las Vegas? I don't know, man. As long as this competition is not like terrible teams, I think that they're doing it for the money, the city. I just hope it's not too what's it called? I just want it to be competitive. You know what I mean? I want it to be competitive. I think it's a good look if they can keep more teams competitive than not. That's what makes all the major sports great when it's competitive. You don't really want to have a favorite all the time. Yeah, you might have a favorite, but it's not a guarantee. Now, in the NBA, adding 2 more teams, you're kind of spreading out the talent a little bit. Talent. I got to see how it's going to work. But I wouldn't mind it. Both cities deserve it. Las Vegas is, their economy over there is probably popping. I don't really know too much about Seattle. I don't know what is in Seattle. I can't really think. I don't know. When I think of Seattle, I think of I don't know why. I think of music. Maybe there's some music that I don't know about that's over there. I can't really think of what's happening in Seattle, but I wouldn't. I think it'll be a good look. Get rid of Carroll and Wilson. Come on, March. Oh, okay. Do UFL games. I don't know, bro. For me personally, March has gone quite quickly. This whole year's gone by quick. You know what's been so crazy? I feel like time is going by so quick. And it's not even crazy, but do y'all feel like something ain't right? Like when it comes to the time, like they go up and down an hour all the dang on time. It just seems like something is off about time. Days are going by faster. Is it just me? Or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. I might be tripping. It just seems like the days are going by way too quick for me. Do you know it cost Sam Darnold? Do you know it cost Sam Darnold a lot of money to play the Super Bowl in California? He had to pay money because of high taxes. Yeah, I ain't know nothing about that. Draft training preseason. I think Kyler will do good job. I think he will too. Do you think the Jets could make the playoffs? Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't trying to hate on your team, bro. Who's your quarterback right now? Who's your quarterback right now? Listen, I don't know. I'm just gonna say that I don't know. Jets. I don't know. Jets. Joseph. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see what moves they made. I don't know, man. Oh, they got Geno Smith back? Oh, they got Geno Smith back. Is that what happened? Oh, he's back with the Jets. So he went back to the team that drafted him, right? I mean, the Jets probably gonna be all right then. Like, Geno Smith is not a bad quarterback. Like, Geno Smith is not a bad quarterback. As long as they can establish the run game and they got Brees Hall. I'm trying to think of the other talented players, like their wide receivers. Garrett Wilson's solid. We'll see what happens, man. I really don't know, bro. I really don't know. Jets got a lot of work to do. I'll tell you that. Yeah, Garrett Wilson's not solid. He's actually pretty good, but he has to have the quarterback to throw him the ball. So we'll see what happens. So if Geno Smith can get the ball to Jarrett Wilson on the outside and they can establish the run game and play solid defense, they got rid of Sauce Gardner, one of my favorite players, to the Colts. That's another team that might do something next year. The Colts, if Daniel Jones comes back healthy. Just to United Football League. College kids. United Football League. Man, is it go tennis? You think so? All right. So I'm believe it or not, I love tennis. Right. My favorite tennis player, and I hope I don't jack his name up. My favorite tennis player of all time is Roger Federer. I have respect for Nadal, but I didn't like Federer going against Nadal. Super chat, baby! 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 Thank you, brother. Are we drafting Sadiq or what? You know what? I would love to. I would absolutely love to. But can I tell you something, Griff? If we go that route in the second round, pretty, please, can we draft the best defensive tackle that's available? I need the best defensive tackle, please. But I love Sadiq. That man got hands. He's a great blocker. He does everything. He's a complete tight end. Great blocker, and he got great hands. He's a freak of nature. He will be a touchdown machine for Kyler Murray. I would absolutely love it. Eagles will be back. Super Bowl. No. We're not doing that. Respectfully, I ain't an Eagles hater, but no, I respectfully know we ain't doing that. Hey, Viking fans, how you feel about Joe Burrow? Oh, I love Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow ain't going nowhere, though. I love Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Shout out to my bull, Motown. Marcus, Brandon Roy was the biggest. Oh my gosh, what if? Yes, Brandon Roy, but before him, it was Grant Hill, bro. They was comparing Grant Hill like to all-time greats, bro. Like Grant Hill, he was amazing. Then them knee injuries, bro. Them knee injuries be catching up, bro. Them knee injuries. But I remember Brandon Roy though, man. That's crazy. Burrow deal. Damian Lillard injured. Yes, that was a hurt piece too. What about Greg Odom? Remember Greg Odom, the first overall pick, the same draft with Kevin Durant. See these injuries really be holding players back, bro. Like I be feeling so bad for like professional athletes, man. That's why I be happy when they get those big contracts. But at the same time, it's like I can't be mad at them. They're not the ones. Listen, they asking for it. You don't got to give it to them. You give it to them. So, hey, listen. But I'll be happy for them because it's not a guarantee you're going to keep your job. You know what I mean? Because they give you guaranteed money for a reason. All right, so if it's 60 million, 100 million, and about 55 guaranteed, and it's a 4-year deal, hey, listen, I could pay most of your money in the first couple of seasons and then really don't gotta, you know what I mean, just release your behind if you get hurt. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I'll be happy when players get their bag, for real. Shout out to everybody in the building. Salute everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you haven't already, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say, Sports are designed to bring us together and not separate us. And I truly feel that way. We're also going live for primetime games as well, not all but some. And like I said before, everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. I'm trying to bring everybody together because, like I said, man, I be wanting to go live and talk about some certain things, but I don't. And I might go live and talk about certain things eventually, but just not right now. But if you know, man, there's a lot of stuff going on around the whole world, not just the United States. We talking about the whole entire world. And I just want people to be able to come to this channel and get away from all that drama. You know what I mean? It's a lot of drama going on, a lot of craziness going on. So he said, my boy Motown said, screw Seattle, screw give St. Louis a team or Nashville. You know what? They took the Rams from them, bro. They need to go back, bro. They need to go back, bro. Geno Smith is the quarterback for the Jets. Yes. The older you get, the faster time goes. You know what's crazy? Dean Johnson, I think you're 100% correct because you understand time, right? You understand time. But I don't remember them. Like, man, I was a little kid. You know, we were all little kids, like, at one point. So we're not really worrying about them going up in time, going back in time for an hour. And you're not really thinking about it all. And then when you really think about it, like 24 hours in a day, like it just happens so quick. Before you know it, you woke up this morning, right? God willing, you wake up this morning, which is a blessing. God is good. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Um, and then when you wake up, go to work for 8 hours, 9 hours, or even longer, depending on what your job is, or you start your day with your business and do what you got to do with your business. That takes a few hours. Before you know it, your kids are coming from school. You do what you got to do with your kids, homework, make sure you make dinner and all that. You know what I mean? Taking care of your family. Before you know it, it's like the day is over. And then you do it over and over and over again. But it's just like, it just seems like there's not enough time in the day. That's why you really gotta like have great time management. Like you really gotta know, all right, I'm gonna do this for an hour. If it's gonna take me an hour to cook this dinner, I'm gonna make sure I start cooking dinner at 4 o'clock. So when the kids are really hungry from school, it's about 5:30, 6 o'clock, whatever. The dinner's done, completely done. Like it's like you really gotta manage your time. All right, when they come home from school, do homework. If they need help, do what you got to do, help them out. It's just a lot, man. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's just like time is just going by quick, bro. And you might be 100% right. As you get older, you feel like time is going by quicker because you have more responsibility. So I think that's what it is. You have more responsibility and you're thinking about a lot more stuff. So you're like, man, it ain't really that much time. I agree with that comment, bro. Poor Aaron Glenn. He is so screwed saying about Benjamin. Oh, for real? I gotta look that up. I'm down with that. I know me too. I already ordered my Vikings. Shout out to you, Griff, for that super chat again, man. Truly appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Liam said, I already ordered my Vikings Super Bowl ticket. Super Bowl 61. Ha! Let's go, baby. Super Bowl 61 is the Vikings to lose, by the way. Super Bowl 61 is the Vikings to lose, by the way. Yeah, injuries suck, bro. I feel like Kenny. Oh, yeah, Kenny and Sadiq are the best option. We know we need something to open. Yes, the pass game of Sadiq. Yes, I feel like, and this has to be a bounce back year for TJ Hawkinson. But I'm going to be honest with you. If you a Viking fan, most likely you probably don't got that much confidence in TJ Hawkinson. So I'm with you with the Sadiq. I think Sadiq would be a perfect pickup. The only thing about Sadiq, bro, is how great of a need is he compared to the other needs. I feel like safety is a bigger need, possibly. We might be losing Harrison Smith. I think maybe another edge rusher because we're probably going to lose Jonathan Grenard. And I hope we get a first round pick for Jonathan Grenard. And then you got to think about defensive tackle. Jaylen Redmond, I love him a lot, but I think we need somebody else as well. Maybe Like I would love to get Lee in the draft or Woods or Christian Miller in the draft. Um, there's a few others I can't think off the top of my head, but like we have to get that defensive tackle. We got to get the next Pat Williams or Kevin Williams. Pat Williams or Kevin. We need to get that, bro. But I get it. Like the tight end, we don't really have like TJ Hawkinson. He's been hurt the last couple of years. He hasn't been productive enough. And I think Kyler Murray will definitely make that work, make him look really like a lot better. Would it be amazing to have Sadiq? Yes. But then it's just like, dang, we still need a DT. Some people say we need a corner. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a corner. But at the same time, I don't think corner is the biggest need, like a safety, like a safety or a DT. As much as I like Byron Murphy. Don't get it twisted. I like Byron Murphy. I like Isaiah Rodgers, and I like James Pierre that we just signed. He's an outside corner, but he can be a slot corner as well. But my only thing is like they were pretty good. They were solid. They gave up some big plays. Don't get it twisted. They're not like a shutdown corner like a Darrell Revis or you know what I mean, or Xavier Rose when we had that was our best shutdown corner we had in many years. I like the Trey Waynes. He was all right as well. But we haven't had a Xavier Rose in a very long time. We haven't had a shutdown corner. So I get it. So I'm just going by the biggest need. I think we got to stop the run. I think that's going to be our biggest kryptonite next season is stopping the run. But then again, I can't really go against what you're saying. Sadiq, bro, Sadiq will be awesome in this offense, bro. Like, bro, bro. Just imagine TJ Hawkinson and Sadiq on the outside, Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. You know who I want to see like have a in this. Let me say this: since we lost, you see, you're on to something. I don't know if you was thinking like this, but you're on to something. Since we lost Jaylen Naylor, right? We lost Jaylen Naylor, I think, to the Raiders. My mindset is okay. Go get a tight end that can catch and can block. He's pretty much like a wide receiver in a way, right? That has more responsibility than a wide receiver, right? Get Sadiq, so you're kind of like replacing that. He could be like your not really your third wide receiver, but you get what I'm saying. Unless Ty Felton comes in and actually does something, we don't know what Ty Felton is going to do. He's a third round pick, so let's see if Ty Felton can be that third wide receiver. I'm expecting some good things from Ty Felton. Let's see what can happen. What else? What else? What else? What else? But yeah, I love what you're saying. The pass game of Sadiq is feel like he's that dude. Yes, I don't know if he's sitting right there. I don't think you can pass up on him. I don't think you can pass up on him. I feel like we know he needs some. Yeah. Um. Yeah. There's too many needs right now for the defense. Yes. Rose and Trey Waynes, man. Yes, man. Like that's the last time we had like the best corner, like 1-2. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying Byron Murphy and Isaiah Rodgers is horrible, but they're not on the level of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, I go by this. This is how I look at it, bro. In this specific draft, I look at it like this: the best player available, the Vikings need to draft. I don't care what position it is, besides wide receiver. Best player available, besides quarterback and wide receiver, best player available. Because we can't draft another quarterback. I can't do it. I can't deal with it. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the building, man. I truly appreciate y'all. I am going to get off this live stream. Check out my last two shorts. I put out a short about JJ McCarthy and what his stats are going to look like in a regular season. And I also put another short out talking about Kyler Murray and pretty much asking what is his stats going to look like for the 2026 season if he gets the starting job, which I feel like Kyler Murray will be the starter in 2026. But we shall see. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro, Griff. And thank you so much for all the support, everybody that's in the building. God bless everybody. Be safe, everybody. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.